So who here wants to open their heart so fully bigger than they ever have before? Ouch! Now, I invite you to keep your hands up if you're willing to do something a little edgy to get there. Okay. All right, I invite you all. I need to ground with your energy. There's a lot of energies in this space. So can we all just take a deep breath together, inhaling through the nose, opening the mouth. Let's take another one, inhaling, pulling more into presence with one another. So I'm going to take you on a little shamanic journey. So I invite you, if you want to keep your eyes closed throughout this speech, you can keep them closed. You can open and look at me. But in this journey, I'm going to talk about some edgy stuff. So I really invite you, tap into your own body wisdom, tap into your own truth. So I'm 24 years old. I find myself alone with a friend out in nature. And I'm praying to Earth Mama, doing some rituals. And Earth Mama, she says to me, I want you to begin to tap into your primal body. Now, I had been studying shamanism for a couple years, so that was nothing new to me. So I began to dive deep into my body, and I began to allow my inner animal out. I was on all fours, I was howling, I was screaming, and I was totally embracing the wild woman that I am. That felt good. And then, Earth Mama, she whispered to me, she says, I want to go deeper. I need you to go just a little darker. I need you to tap into an energy that so many people are denying on the planet that lives inside of them. And I said, okay, I'm listening. And she says, will you meet the energy of your inner unconscious taker, of your inner ravisher, of your inner rapist? So I was born Catholic, so that went really crazy in my brain. But I tapped into the deeper truth in my body, and I trusted. So then she guided me to a plot of land, and there for a couple of minutes, with full consciousness and awareness of what I was doing, I began to ravish and take the land, and also feel the sexual power that was emerging from that unconscious taker. And after just a few minutes of doing that, I broke down completely. I was sobbing. I felt a level of compassion I have never met before. My heart opened, not only to those who have been abused and to the land that has been abused. And here, I've also been abused. But my heart opened to those who have abused, to those who have raped. I could feel love and compassion for them. And then Earth Mother says, I need you to go a little deeper. Okay, 24-year-old me, let's go. So a little spider begins to walk right towards me. And Mother Earth says, I offer this life for you, and I want you to take it. I was vegan at that time. So this went against all of my programming of what I thought was right and good in the world. But again, my body said, tap into the deeper truth, tap into the body wisdom, let go of the ego, let go of the programming. So with full devotion, full awareness, I killed that spider. And then I broke down even more. And my heart expanded even more, and I found God. And in that moment, I really understood the true essence of unconditional love. Let's take a deep breath. So a couple days after that experience, I received the spirit name Maia, which means Great Mother. And a couple months later, I underwent a shamanic death that changed my life, my identity, and all that I was forever. So I want to invite you into the possibility that these dark energies that exist out on the planet also exist right here in our bodies, in each and every one of you. And these energies are being repressed and they're being denied. And the more that they're repressed and denied and judged and hate, they're going to keep playing out and creating to get us to look at it. Now, the profound wisdom that Earth Mother gave me, not through a teacher, not through a book, through an embodied experience, was that when you take and allow these dark energies to finally move through the body and to be liberated, it can meet its light counterpart. So on this planet of duality, here we have the dark and we have the light. And so what the shadow is doing, it's knocking at the door because it wants to come together for these two energies to come back into unity, which is wholeness, which is source. And that is why I experienced a heart opening, because my body was experiencing inner sacred union. So a little bit about me and my background. I've been holding the extremes of duality my entire life. I was born a natural shaman who sensed a lot of spirits, a lot of energies in a Catholic family. So everything I was sensing and pulled towards, that was like considered evil and sinful in the Catholic Church. So I was in inner turmoil a lot of the time as a kid. In high school, I was this bubbly cheerleader. I was this dancer, this performer. I could find happiness in the smallest of things. I brought light to everyone around me. But then at night, I would go home when I was completely alone. I would have really bad insomnia. I don't think I slept much my entire high school career. And I would think about death. I would have existential crisis. I would fall into the other world. I was confused. I was lost. I wanted to kill myself. And in college, I got a bachelor's and a master's in environmental science and economics. I worked in a lot of different research labs. I love science. And at the same time, I was also going through multiple spiritual initiations and awakenings. So I could hold the duality of the scientific brain and the shaman, knowing that both are not full truth. And I still believe that today, even though I'm a shaman. Yet both are important truths in the fabrication of this reality that I'm in. And then I went through a shamanic death, age 24. I lost my identity. I lost my womanhood. I identified as non-binary for about a year. I didn't know if I was male or female. And upon that journey, I was able to gain my womanhood back, and now I understand what it really means to be a woman, and I love my femininity. So because I have operated and hold so many extremes and been so many different perspectives, I have this powerful ability to be able to meet the other in the depths where they are longing to be met. So I invite you to close your eyes for a second, and I want you to feel, take a deep breath. Whew. Where are you longing to be met? What thing are you hiding inside there? Maybe it's a sexual desire that you don't want to tell anyone about. Maybe you did that thing where you hurt someone and you feel so much guilt and shame about it. Maybe you have those negative, dark thoughts, self-hatred, or thoughts about the other. Maybe you're driving the car and you think about hitting the pedestrian. And everything that you're experiencing is welcome. It's not wrong, it's not evil, it's not bad. You are love. Let's take a deep breath. So you can keep your eyes closed, you can open them, whatever you feel is in your truth. So we create so much suffering for ourselves because we are repressing these energies inside, and it's just creating more suffering. So all of you are welcome in my temple, in my container. Whatever you want to bring it in. So I hold sacred containers where people meet the darkest energies inside themselves, and they allow it to express and move through, to be liberated, to be radically loved by the Great Mother. And not only do I work on the personal shadows, personal programming, personal stuff that's keeping you stuck, I'm also working for the collective. I am here for the evolution of humanity. I'm here to do big work for the collective. So let's think about right now in the world, we have war. Why does history keep repeating itself? It's because there are shadows stuck on the planet consciousness. Okay? We also have rape, we have abuse, we have the witch trials and abuse towards women, the witch trials that are still lingering in the consciousness on the planet. So in my container, I gather courageous people who are willing to do the work for the rest of humanity, to meet these energies head on and to embrace it, to express it, and to be with it, to let these shadows have a space to be seen. And I believe that once more of us begin to do this big work, that is where we're going to start to see the shift in humanity. And that is where history is going to stop repeating itself. And that is when true evolution on this planet and in humanity is born. That's the new earth. You want ascension? Descend. You want that healthy, great community? Look at the shadows that are happening in communities right now. The shadows you have towards your relating to your neighbor. You want a healthy love and relating? Look at the shadows you have with the masculine and the feminine wounding going on and all that's been happening in history. All the stuff in history lives in your body. And it's time we begin to take ownership. So I truly believe, I really believe that once we step out of this ego programming victim and we step into the creator, we can then create a safer world, not only for yourself, a more joyful world, a more beautiful world, but for everyone else. Thank you so much, everyone.